That's good. Hunter time! We're going to be facing a lot of these, I feel, on the ladder. So we're going to need to kind of pony up and get this matchup a little bit more under control, starting with getting War Axe. All these cards suck in the opener versus Warrior. There's a War Axe, there's two Ichors. Ichor's actually not bad, it's just a ping removal. So, I've been trying to research a little bit more about how can Warrior do better against Hunter, and if it's mid-range, I mean, there's the obvious things of trying to deal with the Savannah Highmane and the Call of the Wild, but even then the bigger things preventing the other big plays, like, whatchamacallit, the good old-fashioned Houndmaster play that I totally allowed to happen before. So once again, if we get oozed here, we get oozed. What other time are we going to have to play the weapon but now? And I need to do a slightly to moderately better job of slapping face here. But if there is one thing that's kind of a big change in last season from when I watched other people playing this deck to now, it's that there's not nearly as many Zoo Warlocks out here. So this is probably Yogg mode again. Yeah, the Fungoid leader names are pretty nice. We're going to drop a Frothing here. And so it looks like that's Deadly Shot on the first card. Or Freezing Trap. We're just going to have to get these out of the way now. So let's see. Deadly Shot. I know this card game okay. It's not really skill-based, but I know it. Let's see. We're in pressure here. I don't want him to coin Harrison and get 2 cards. If he's running Harrison. He may have just really missed his draw. But it's like you have to play something into the Deadly Shot. Let's see. Something else to consider, perhaps. If he plays Animal Companion and gets Huffer, we actually have a perfect answer for Huffer. Okay, so it is Yogg and Load. Maybe we'll see it actually play out this time as opposed to what I thought before. So coin's good there. Arcane Shot. Into Explosive Trap. Into Explosive Trap. Well, if we trigger it, we just trigger it, so no biggie. Whirlwind's not going to do me like a hill of beans here. So we got 3 cards out of that lock and load. Big thing is that I'm going to need to armor up, continue to put pressure on him, and see what we can do. So King Zellic, he's going to try and draw Yogg, or potentially Thorician. Or Azure Drake. Oh, I've seen the list with Azure Drake before. That's a little annoying to face. So Grub, created by Lock and Load. Houndmaster, not quite anywhere to be seen. Let's do it like this. The more card draw we can get, the better. That's good to hold in our pocket. Alright. This may seem a little dodgy to do it this way, because this does not play around Explosive Trap or Unleash the Hounds very well. But board pressure is the rule of the day versus Yogg and Load. That's how I lose with the deck at least. So either I don't know what I'm doing, and that is very much correct. Yes, Fungoid leader names. Well, it depends. You can actually pick like different races. I'm actually partial to Avian too for the leader names. A lot of I don't know. It's like not too foreign. Power Shot. That's good. On the hunt. That's good. See, we got some damage in. He's gonna get some damage in. He's used 1 Deadly Shot. Malcrook's fine. That's not a Cursed Blade. That's Charged Hammer, which is okay. Probably didn't need to control the board there with the 1/1, but for all I know, the list that runs Azure Drakes typically does not run kill command, but I don't want to take that risk. Because Malcrook is a very good kill command target. I mean, if it's Freezing Trap, I just throw a Kor'kron Elite in it. Alright. Second deadly shot. There we go.
Made to fit.
Let's Ichor here. Next 2 world tokens. If I get Call of the Wild wrecked here, so be it. I'm pretty much out of options. This is the thing that's really funny to me, is that Yogg and Load is such a passive deck. He drew both of his kill commands. I guess I should have asked myself, do I even need to play some of this stuff right now? Because right now I absolutely have no answer for his board. Like none. None whatsoever. So we could say that I overplayed my hand because I have not gotten any of my battle rages. We are going to be in a really terrible spot here. It doesn't matter, they both die. But yeah, pretty much this is GG. I'm top decking for Varian at this point.
I cannot do that.
But this is how strong Call of the Wild is. That it can carry a deck like this so far. But I'm not dissing Yogg and Load at all. It is a fun deck to play. It is very much a control style deck, and while I had good amounts of pressure to put up here, I got a bit unlucky that he had 2 deadly shots in the top of his deck. And I didn't draw, let's see here, according to the deck tracker. Oh god. Look at this. I have a lot of good mid-range cards that I'm just not drawing into. So we're dead. There's like no question. We're just dead now. Alright. That's okay. So, matchup we've got to learn. Like I said, I've had some success of my own with the Yogg and Load, but I'm doing my best to stick with the deck that I feel like I'm the best at, which is Tempo Warrior, Mid-Range Warrior. So before we continue, let's think about what could have I done differently in that matchup. If I had just played a little more passively and not dumped my hand on the board, especially when I didn't have much in the way of card draw, maybe I could have come ahead. But you got to ask yourself too, if he's going to play Call of the Wild, how screwed are you? And I was pretty screwed. But yeah, I'll do some Yogg and Load games here eventually, because it's a legitimately good deck. I was very surprised. It's the closest to Control Hunter that you'll get. That's for sure. Alright, so is it Tempo Mage? This is another matchup of who draws a War Axe. Is it me? I will keep... Oh, well. Let's ditch Whirlwind. This is a reasonable hand to keep. Especially because Acolyte of Pain plays really well against a lot of the pings that they like to do. So we could coin War Axe, Armor Up. Depends on what his turn 1 play is. I really like Kor'krons. Oh, drew a Kor'kron. Speak of the Orcish Devil here. Really like Kor'krons to take on Flamewakers. And some Tempo Warrior lists lately are actually running... well, first off, that he's pinging right there tells me it's probably Freeze Mage. But some Tempo Mage lists are actually running... Oh, God. What's the name of the card? I should know this. Mirror Image. So that's something that actually would screw with my plans a lot. But here's all the mid-range minions that I needed last time. Here's Mirror Image. What did I just say? I'm not crazy. I am absolutely not crazy. However, a second Whirlwind here would be very nice.
Let the pain speak to me.
So he held his hand a little bit. That's someone who's better at this game than me. There's Flame Waker. He's just gonna go. Oh, so he's gonna go into Board Flood. Ooh, that is a top deck. That is like beyond the top deck, and we can't Battle Rage out of it, but I will accept this. This is entirely reasonable. Except that I'm lagging a little bit, which is annoying. So he can kill and contest this, but that's that would take a ping or another spell. We do have some Korkrons take on other things. I kind of hate having used one of my weapon charges there when I drew the double Whirlwind Dream, but I needed that there. Okay, Arcane Blast. It's really funny to me how Tempo Mages just seem to have Arcane Blast all the time now. Alright. We'll save the Ichor. I think it's going to be Korkron for a little bit of card draw. As of course we're getting some latency. And let's see how our frame situation is doing. Not great. So pointing out for some cards, that's good. Second Blood's pretty good. Question is he going to ping this or trade Thalanos into it? Now that I think about it, that was a pretty dumb trade. Oh, worse. He'll Flame Waker into it. Wasn't that what I was saving the Korkrons for? Come on, pings, miss. You know you want to. You're not going to miss. They never miss. Flame Waker never, ever, 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 ever misses. Alright, we don't really need the minions right now. So we'll Ichor here. Kill Thalanos. See if I haven't screwed up this game beyond reach. We're even on card draw. There's a Drake. There's Arcane Missiles. So. Oh god, this is not good. Alright, let's see what we can get down here. 7 mana to do Weaponsmith Fierce Monkey. That doesn't seem awful. It gives me some decent trade-in options. Armorsmith plays against the ping game a little bit, and I've got to start watching my life total. So now the question is, we're at turn 7. I have a lot of my mid-rangey minions. I have none of my big finishers at this point. So, Forgotten Torch. What I don't want you to do is take out the Weaponsmith too. You did it! You took out the Weaponsmith, and he's going to Fireball Face. He's just going for it. Oh man, this is not good. Not good. Alright.
I have an axe to grind.
We're not screwing around anymore. Gotta armor up here, as nice as the Armorsmith would be. So he has 2 Roaring Torches in there somewhere now. Oh, I do not like these Drakes today. Oh damn, Fireball too. That's good for him.
I have an axe to grind.
Let's play a game called Do You Play Flame Strike? If he plays Flame Strike, by the way, we are in some serious doo-doo. Do I go face? I think I make this trade a little bit more difficult. Alright. We gotta top deck something good here. He's probably thinking the same thing.
Let the pain
Oh,
speak
Acolyte.
to me.
It's really funny to see how in Whispers of the Old Gods, Acolytes of Pain are making it everywhere again. Cairn's good. He's gonna dump our hand again.
Made to fit.
So we got a lot of things we gotta take out. We gotta take out you.
I strike.
As fun as it would be to leave you up, we gotta take out you. So that means that gets pinged, and that's 2 mana that he doesn't have to worry about. Now I just have to hope that I don't draw into something really dumb. Oh good, he gets Arcane Intellect. So, if he wins on card draw, that's just the tempo game, and you can't really be too mad about it. Okay. Take it, Cairn. You can do it. Oh, yes! You're still going to ping down the Frothing. You don't have to do it this turn, though. Because you know I don't run Silence. Battle Rage would be amazing here. Second Water Ellie. I got some armor back. Armor Smith is like the worst draw I could have had.
Made to fit.
Like, I need my late game stuff.
For honor.
Strike.
So he got his 2 Arcane Intellects. I got 1 Battle Rage so far. So did he get a board clear? Or worse, he gets a Sorcerer. Okay, he really does not want me up in my armor total anymore. That's fair. Well, hello, Warax. Here's some problems. I can't Warax and just leave this guy up. He'll be able to freeze me out if I don't have anything else. And I don't have any charging units, but I don't want him to have discounted spells in case there's more things he can get. But I'm not sure what else he'd be able to get. This still feels better. It takes some damage off the board in case he has another way to freeze me out. Once again, still really need card draw. So there's 1 weapon charge out. Yogg. Okay, Yogg, help me today. Astral Communion. Does nothing for him. Ooh, loses a fireball. It's actually really big. Cold Blood, Soul of the Forest. Come on, yes! Not good. Decent. Not good. Ugh. Ugh. Well, what can we say? Yogg, I for one am ready to bow down to our Yogg Saron overlords here. That was good. That was a good use of Yogg Saron.
Well
Right
played.
there. And that's one reason that sometimes you just gotta keep playing games, because sometimes it becomes an RNG fiesta, and you don't... I mean, that game wasn't decided by Yogg Saron. I made a bad trade early on with Kor'kon Elite that I should have held on to. But, yeah, Yogg gives, Yogg takes, Yamaz. That's true. But most of the time, Yogg gives more than he takes. He lost a Fireball, but he got 2 deadly shots. So, it's a great card. Like I said, Yogg Load Hunter is definitely a fun deck to play. Here's the thing, is that we... right now, we're kind of locked in on a deck that I'm not 100% sure it has like the best matchups that maybe it did last season. Like, we were seeing Warlocks everywhere on the climb up, like all over the place. I haven't seen a Warlock on ladder in 2 days. They may just be hiding, I don't know. But this deck eats Warlocks and Shamans for lunch, and they are for some reason not around rank 5. Maybe because they've gone to rank 4, 3, 2, 1. But seriously, if we look at the stream here today, no Warlocks, no anything else. So, pretty horrible opening hand. I'm going to assume this is N'Zoth, because I have not seen anything else. We're just going to armor up like we're Control. That's not the play I want to make. But I could switch over to some Yogg Hunter. I do want to practice a little more because I do have a few different deck lists that I'm curious to try. I think this is fine. We'll play it a little slow. So it is N'Zoth. I think N'Zoth Rogue is a terrible matchup for Tempo Warrior, to be honest. Because you don't run any Brawl. So he's giving me 2 cards. Couldn't have asked for much more than that.
This guy's a toast.
I mean, he gets bodies on the board.
Mistakes were made.
He gave me a War Axe too, so I can't be too mad. So, double War Axe across the sky. We're just going to use this opportunity to activate Battle Rage if we draw into it. And we have both our War Axes now. So here's the thing with N'Zoth Rogue. I think it is a terrible matchup. I have to play this pretty fast. I have to get pressure on his face very soon, or I'm going to be in heaps of trouble.
My eyes are open.
I've also had some of these funnel cake hucksters give me some really bad funnel cake diarrhea. Alright. I'm not going to give him the Harrison value. See if he eviscerates this. But I will say, Yumaz, I do enjoy the development that more Yogg-Saron decks are appearing on ladder between Mage, Hunter, and Druid. So it's good to see that Yogg-Saron is actually a viable ladder climbing strategy. On the other hand, it's one of those cards that you don't really lose to it. It just closes out, or it's pretty rare when you lose to it. It's more often that it'll just close out the game. And I was already behind there. It was actually a little risky for him to play Yogg-Saron. Once he was so far ahead, and I guess he has Shiv here? Okay. That is a play you can make. Okay. Well, our way forward is pretty clear, at least. I'd love to develop Frothing here. There's not too many slam execute targets. We will develop Frothing here. I know we have another weapon in hand. 2 weapons if you count our good friend Malcrook, who will eventually give us a Cursed Blade. We can have no doubt about that. But I am not pressuring him at all like I want to right now. He right now is controlling the pace of the game, and he's not even going first. That's the really crappy part. Alright, we're just gonna start going face plan. Not Cursed Blade, Assassin's Blade. Good for him if he's playing Harrison, but I don't know if N'Zoth Rogue plays Harrison. I guess at this point for rank 5 everyone's gonna tech in all their stuff, so we'll see. Eviscerate. That's good for him. Okay, Ichor's a really clutch draw. Oh, let's see. The thing is that I really want to play Rag this turn. But I'd rather play it when he plays Auctioneer. So that's one Grom activator gone. Which sucks a little bit. The thing is with this kind of deck is that we need to be going face a lot more than we have been. And if he is a N'Zoth deck, he hasn't been playing that many Death Rattles. So maybe we just haven't seen him yet. The great part about this is that I have no idea if I'm ahead or behind right now. I have 2 things on board. He has more cards in hand. One of them's coin. He's been using a lot of
This
removals.
guy's toast.
He's having to hit stuff with his face, which is good for me. So I guess we play Rag and hope his only response is to sap it, right? I mean, Rag is such a good card in some of these matchups, and such a terrible card in other matchups. But if he doesn't clear Rag, we've set up a potential lethal at least.
I got the best deals
There's
anywhere.
Gadgets in. Does he have the sap? Is I guess the first question.
Thank you.
Team Pillager. Alright, how do we want to do this? Well, I can clear Auctioneer. He has a pretty crappy N'Zoth right now. I could go for the win, but the percentages aren't very high. So, because I have War Axe in hand, I think it's okay if I do the 10 mana plan of playing Bloodhoof into Ghoul and War Axe. That's not quite 10 mana. Yeah, that seems okay.
I have an axe to grind.
I almost don't know whether I'd want this to hit face or not, because if he has Leroy in like some huge burst, I haven't seen any Cold Blood yet. This could kill me. Like, this could have been completely the wrong move. Sap, Leroy, Cold Blood. So he doesn't have a sap. What's the play? Zoc. Okay, good, we win. Like I said, I both love and hate the fact that I don't know if I'm ahead or behind here, but for once we get the win. Alright. Like I said, I was very scared of Leroy there.